Welcome back to Environmental News, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is episode 14, where we cut through the greenwash and dig into what's actually happening in America's environmental world. Now, this week's headlines hit all the notes. The good, how streamlining environmental reviews might help the green transition. The bad, a new EPA order exposes some painful truths about corporate waste mismanagement. And the ugly, advocates are suing the federal government to stop dangerous air pollution rollbacks. So, let's break it on down. I'm 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒍𝒚, aka the Texas trash talker, a recycling nerd for 22 years, and founder and CEO of Zero Waste Strategies. We're an environmental consulting firm based in Austin, and we help our business clients reduce waste to increase revenue. First up, we have the good, or at least that's what the U.S. Supreme Court is calling it. In what activists are calling a course correction for federal permitting, the court's recent unanimous ruling in 7-County Infrastructure Coalition versus Eagle County is changing how environmental reviews under NEPA are done. The decision clarifies that agencies should focus their analysis on the direct environmental impacts of a project rather than expanses of speculative upstream or downstream effects. Critics say that this might limit accountability for indirect pollution, but supporters argue it will finally put an end to what they call analysis paralysis that delays renewable infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, several states are following suit. Virginia and Arizona have both rolled out digital permitting systems that standardize review frameworks. It speeds up approvals for stormwater, solar, and manufacturing projects alike. Advocates say faster reviews can supercharge green manufacturing jobs and circular economy projects. But skeptics worry it could also streamline fossil fuel expansion under the same banner of efficiency. One thing is for sure, efficiency cuts both ways. Now on for the bad. This week, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, dropped the hammer on 𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒆 Marine Corporation, which is a ship repair company operating out of Guam. They have been charged with repeated hazardous waste violations. Now, EPA investigators found sandblast debris spilling into stormwater, sloppy storage of oily and flammable waste, and unlabeled oxidizers improperly stored together, which is a fire hazard that's been an issue since 2017. Under the new order, the company must permanently fix its waste management system, properly label and contain materials, and retrain its workers twice a month. The agency cited the Clean Water Act, calling the violations a risk to coral reef life and community safety. While the company gets to keep operating, the order sends a message that mismanaging hazardous waste won't just cost you fines, it will cost you reputation. EPA's push in Guam mirrors a broader national crackdown. Just this week, the agency also announced updates to lead cleanup standards across U.S. Superfund sites with stronger child safety targets and faster timelines. America's environmental watchdog seems wide awake, but not everyone's happy about that oversight, especially in Washington. Now for the ugly. Environmental health and community organizations are suing the Trump administration over what they call an unlawful gift to polluters. The lawsuit challenges a new executive action that would let certain chemical plants bypass toxic air pollution limits. Advocates say this move could reintroduce startup shutdown and malfunction exemptions, the same loophole struck down years ago for letting plants emit dirty pollutants without penalty during those times. The plaintiffs argue that reinstating those exemptions violates the Clean Air Act and puts vulnerable communities, especially those living near manufacturing corridors in Texas and Louisiana, at greater risk. If successful, the suit could set another major precedent for how courts interpret the balance between economic growth and environmental protection. For now, the fight underscores a larger national tension. How much deregulation can the environment actually afford? The answer may depend on which side of the ugly you stand on. From reforms to digital permitting to EPA enforcement and environmental lawsuits, this week's news captures exactly what makes sustainability so complicated, yet so crucial. Now, progress is happening, but so are the shortcuts. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and drop your thoughts. Is faster permitting a step forward or a fast track to environmental harm? And if you're watching one of our short clips, hit that follow button for our weekly dose of green wins, tough truths, and stories that prove the planet deserves better headlines. Until next time, this has been Environmental News, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm 𝒂𝒂💐 signing off. And just remember, if we're not for zero waste, how much waste are we for?